jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFN game. You know what it is. This is dropped on my front doorstep, man. Shout out to town. JERMALL Charlo is at it again. Locked up. It ain't looking good for those of you who are JERMALL Charlo fans. It just takes me back to when I was just down there with Roy Jones Jr., who had Mal Charlo. And, you know, I was saying to myself, I say, man, I get the opportunity to see him sober. You know what I'm saying? He ain't acting wild and out. And, you know, Roy did all he could do, man. You know, he had him, his eyes, he looked like his headspace was good. You know, the interviews he was doing up to his fight with Jose Benavidez, it seemed like he was, you know, just in a good headspace, man. Clear. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like it was clear. Even though he might have had some demons that he was still fighting, his headspace was clear. And this is not the first time that JERMALL Charlo has been in trouble with, you know, the law, of course. He had that incident a good little ways ago where it said boxer JERMALL Charlo arrested in Texas on felony assault charges. This was February 2022. You know what I'm saying? Middleweight champion boxer JERMALL Charlo was arrested Friday in Texas on a felony. He's always being arrested on a Friday, y'all. This recent arrest was on a Friday. He said on charge of assaulting a family member, household member, after having a previous conviction, according to the Fort Bend jail records. Charlo, 31, was still in custody on Friday night. A jail official told ESPN, according to the records, he was arrested at 1:29 p.m. after a warrant was issued by Fort Bend County Sheriff Office in Richmond, Texas. He was being held on $10,000 bond. That was the 1 in 22 now. Okay? That was a 1 in 22. JERMALL Charlo is back, and this is not looking good at all, y'all. I'm about to take the thumbnail down for this. This is not looking good at all. Now it's even worse. Now it's even worse, y'all. I guess if it was a way for him not to have a fight with Canelo Alvarez, this was it. JERMALL Charlo, this is May 7, 2024. First reported on TMZ. JERMALL Charlo arrested, charged with DWI after crashing LAMBO. That's not even all of it now. It says boxing star JERMALL Charlo arrested on Monday night in Texas after police said he crashed his Lambo Urus into another vehicle while driving intoxicated and fled the scene following a verbal altercation per TMZ, y'all. He was charged with misdemeanor count of DWI with the blood alcohol of greater than 0.15, fleeing a police officer and leaving the scene of a crash involving $200 of damage or more. According to the report, police said Charlo ignored their sirens when they attempted to pull him over until he was boxed in by cops at a red light, roughly a mile away from the accident area, y'all. He was then arrested and showed signs of intoxication when administered a sobriety test in jail. Boy, boy, boy. His lawyer, Kent Schaefer, said that Charlo wasn't using drugs. Well, if he wasn't using drugs, you trying to tell me he just a goddamn misguided? I'm talking about a lost soul for him to flee. What's up with all these fighters fleeing the police? And I mean, what's gonna happen when one of them end up dead or killing somebody else, fleeing the scene intoxicated? That's when boxing is gonna step in. We have to do something about this. Ain't nothing gonna happen. It goes on to say Jermall had been in training. He noted he has not been using any type of drugs. He's been in training, y'all. Charlo, 33, is a perfect. Okay, I'm not going through that. His twin brother. Okay, we're not going through that. We don't want to know what his twin brother. But this is absolutely senseless, man. He's supposed to be getting ready for Canelo or something. He's supposed to be getting ready for Canelo. And he's out here getting arrested. Let me see if it's another article out here. Let's look at TMZ. Jermall Charlo arrested for DWI at the Lamborghini crash. Look at this guy. He looked fucked up to me. You know what I'm saying? His eyes look freaking bloodshot red. He looking into the camera like, damn. Again. It seemed like these black fighters, man, they get into situations and they don't want to talk to the media, and they try to act like the media got something to do with it. At least Jermall Charlo, when he was, clear-headed, at least he sounded genuine when he was going through his shit and when he was down there in Florida. He sounded genuine, man. You know what I'm saying? He sounded genuine. But now he's up here and he showed signs. He did a live. You know what I'm saying? He just did a live with Chad and said, come over when I get my head right. He was up in the penthouse suite, he said. And, he haven't seen his kids, shit like that. So if his lawyer is saying that he's been in training, well, obviously he wasn't in training when he was, he had something to drink and then, wrecked his car and did not, refuse to stop when them blue lights was behind him. And you could tell by the way he looked, he does look intoxicated, people. He does look like he has something to drink. Let's see what TMZ has to say. Star boxer Jermall Charlo was arrested in Texas on Monday night after cops claim he crashed his Lambo while intoxicated. A spokesperson for the Pearland Police Department tells TMZ Charlo riding in his red Lambo, y'all. He still has enough money to have a red Lambo, y'all. Real talk. I'm just saying he has enough money to have a red Lambo. I ain't mad at you, man. Just learn how to stop. Where's all his mentors at? It said a spokesperson from the Pearland Police Department tells TMZ Charlo riding his red Lambo and another car was involved in a collision at around 6:41 p.m. But after a verbal argument between the two drivers ensued, Charlo left the scene, which cops say is a no-no. When authorities attempt to pull him over, they said Charlo ignored their sirens until he was boxed in by cops at a red light roughly a mile away from the accident area. Charlo was ultimately booked on 3 separate misdemeanor charges. DWI with a BAC of 0.15. Fleeing a police officer. I didn't think that would ever be a misdemeanor, but I guess if you got a little bit of change here and there, that's a misdemeanor. You know what I'm saying? And leaving the scene of a crash involving $200 worth of damage. I wonder who gave that appraisal on the spot. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much what we heard on the other article. They just copied and pasted. We are optimistic that there will be a good solution, Schaefer said. It must be nice to have your attorney on retainer and they can come up here and clean up all your shit. You know what I'm saying? They say the pugilist has been expected to fight Canelo Alvarez next, but the scrap fell through last February. Canelo ended up fighting Hammy McGill over the weekend and won easily. Damn, dog. Let's go to this article while we're here. Jermall Charlo boxing star arrested for assault. This man, I mean, what's up? That's Brandon Adams right there. What's up with all the people that's supposed to be around these fighters? At the end of the day, I guess they say, hey man, you on your own. You know what I'm saying? I guess they say you're on your own at the end of the day. I've told you what I can tell you. I can't do shit else for you grown. You know what I'm saying? But he's back in the freaking with another mug shot looking fucked up. I hope the brother get himself together. Real talk. I hope he get himself together. Because I don't like kicking a person when they're obviously, because listen, just Jermall Charlo said he was on his back. You know what I'm saying? He had gone through some rough time. He was on his back. I ain't trying to step on the man's chest when he on his back, obviously. But you know what I'm saying? This guy has more money than most of us. And he obviously has a problem. You know what I'm saying? He obviously has some situations going on. I never thought a DWI can be a misdemeanor. I never thought that. I guess because his alcohol level is what it is. He looked more fucked up than a 0.15, a 0.15 rather. I don't know, but shout out to Christopher White in the building. I see you on deck, man. Salute to you. He said, damn shame. It is, man. Shout out to the OG Mr. Golden on deck in the building. Travis on deck. Salute. Yeah, man. Jermall Charlo is back, locked up. You know what I'm saying? Driving while intoxicated. In a sports car. Hit another pedestrian. And took off. And then slowed down for cops. For law enforcement. And was arrested. Damn. I bet them Charlos, man, when they family get the call, they just know, expect the worst, goddammit. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? Expect the worst. When they get them calls, man, from them calls from the county, they already know what's up, man. Shout out to 402 on deck, man. They think they're above the law, bro. Hey, I never thought you can get a misdemeanor for DWI. For real. Hey, Christopher say, where's Al Heyman at? Man, good question. Where is he? Where's anybody? Somebody. Anybody. Dang, y'all can't help these Charlos out? Where's everybody at, man? They keep on getting in trouble, man. One after the other, man. Now Jermall Charlo is supposed to be getting ready, supposedly, for September. And he gets locked up again, man. And he looks bad. He looks fucked up. He looks fucked up. They put that orange, you know what I'm saying, JS on him. Yeah, Ma, you can't catch a break. He catch some breaks, OG. He catch breaks. He don't like the breaks though. He don't like the breaks. He got to come back and do it again. You know what I'm saying? Say looking like Little Richard. Damn. Little Rich of all. Jessica on deck. What's going on with your queen? How you feeling? We just up here talking about the same people that continue to show us that, I don't know, maybe he feel that he has the money still to get himself out of those predicaments. He may not care. I don't know, bro. Like, I was really looking forward to see you know, him going there, if that was the case, go in there and get the fight with Canelo Alvarez. I thought he looked fairly decent with Jose Benavidez. But obviously, Charlo is at a point in his life where, you know, boxing may be long gone for him, man. And, you know, just to think, with all the trouble that Charlo's been in, Charlo is still undefeated, y'all. Charlo is still undefeated, bro. Y'all got to look at Charlo is still undefeated. And he's a WBC champion. So you would think, don't you have somebody that can look after you? He's still the WBC middleweight champion, man. I wonder if Mauricio Suleiman is going to reevaluate his approval not to strip Jermall Charlo of the title. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if he's going to rethink. I don't know, man. JD on deck. Jermall on that bullshit again. He is, man. He is. You know what I'm saying? He is. He on some bullshit for real. And, you know, I just look for all the people. Like, this is a WBC middleweight world champion. That's the one thing boxing lacks. Where are the groups? Where are the people that's assigned? Can somebody be assigned to keep up and, you know, try to stay in touch with these people, make sure everything is cool? But at the end of the day, they'll say, hey, you in your 30s, you're a grown ass man. Shout out to Justin Cherry in the building. What's good with it, Justin? Salute to you, man. On deck. Salute WCS. He was trying to fight old ladies at the Bud Spence fight. Dang shame. Damn. Man, we do know them Charlo brothers are ticking, a ticking time bomb. They have those short fuses, man, and you know they will turn up. You know, he tried to come at me to my I'm problem the one and all that. I was like, man, I don't even know what the hell you talking about. I ain't wrote nothing on you. You know, this ain't about me. I'm just saying they got it in them. You know, they got it in them, man. They have a short fuse. Man, PBC needs they need to form a task force over there, man. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't stop Spence from having this accident. Charlo stay in and out of trouble. Man, always something, bro. He crashed out for no reason. I mean, goddamn, it ain't like they say he was in training. He don't look like he overweight. But then, you know, if you drinking outside the gym, you just going in there and you getting the work in and then you getting fucked up after you leave. I mean, what were you doing? You got drink in the car? He's still pushing around a red Lambo. He got some type of money coming in. Shout out to my guy, Town Business, Sports and Entertainment. Thanks for the drop, man. What if he would have killed somebody? That could have been somebody's son. Hey, like I said earlier, Town, I mean, you make a good point. That's next with these fighters, man. This is when they're going to take it serious. All this shit that we see going on with people driving crazy and wrecking and not stopping and all that, it's going to take for somebody to goddamn get hurt and somebody's lives to change, somebody get killed. And then all of a sudden, these mentors and all these people that's behind the scenes, they're going to say, we tried our best to bring him on in, help him out. We tried our best. We've been trying our best for a long time. He just didn't want to listen. We don't hear anything right now. This man is on freaking the news over there in Texas, all over the place, man. This man is back in jail. And we up here thinking he's going to be next. I was trying to rule out Edgar Berlanga. I was hoping Jermall, like he told Chad Johnson, brother, he told him he signed to fight Canelo next in September. I don't know if this does anything to affect that. But, you know, this man has a prior record. I don't know if he's on probation. And then, you know, just like Town said, what if he would have freaking, you know, killed somebody? What if he would have took somebody's loved one? That it's going to take for him being reckless to harm somebody else to wake up. I mean, god damn. The fuck, man? Damn, PM say some real shit though. He say, who would have thought that Ryan Garcia would be at the top of Diddy James' stable? Well, first of all, Mar Charlo is not a part of Diddy James' stable. That's Mel Charlo. And I don't even think Mel Charlo is over there anymore, along with EJ. So yeah, I say you right with freaking Ryan Garcia. Because even though Frank Martin was there before Ryan Garcia is the higher seller, period. JD said, oh yeah, he's still the champion. Must be near 3 years since he defended. Yeah, man, he's still the champion. What they gonna do about that? What y'all gonna do about that? Boxing? I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? This man would have hurt somebody loved one. It would have been over. It wouldn't have been shit, Al Puba can do to get him out of that one. These guys going around here and driving intoxicated like it's trending and shit. They make it seem like it's trending. Like, how is this trending? Why is all these boxers all of a sudden getting behind the wheel? What happened to Mad? You know what I'm saying? Maybe they should start a group called BAD. Boxers Against Drunk Driving. You know what I'm saying? They had Mad back in the day when I was coming up. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. That's based off, a mother losing their kid to a drunk driver. Now they should, create a group called BAD. You know what I'm saying? BADD. Boxers Against Drunk Driving. Real talk. Because all these boxers going up here and they ain't stopping for the lights. Shout out to Unlaced on Deck. Talking about this is sad but not surprised. Hey, man, when they start getting the record, people become desensitized, man. You know what I'm saying? People become desensitized. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear this shit, man. If this news would have hit the blotter and it would have been way serious, I mean, dude. And then you talking about you ain't able to see your daughters. I mean, just think about that. It must be some shit going on behind closed doors that you're not trusted to be around your kids. I'm all looking like a Mexican Sicario in one of them old Western movies. He's on a different level of high. It's crazy how some athletes ruin generational wealth opportunities for hunger of the flesh. I don't know, man. That chemical, bro. Them chemicals ain't no joke. You have to understand how it manipulates the body and the brain, man. The neurological system, once you get hooked on them chemicals, like drugs is not just something that you say, okay, do it one time. It's people that's did it one time and they've been hooked every freaking since they did it one time. When you have a chemical influence in your body, it's the difference between have a physiological and a psychological. Some of these drugs are psychological. You can get off of them and you won't have such a bad time. But the one that's physiological and they affect your body with the chemical reactions and when your body starts to basically crash from it or have withdrawal symptoms, that is the one that keeps people coming back. Like alcoholism is a real thing, man. And somebody say it looked like a different high. This doesn't look like a alcohol high. So I agree with Traveling Boss. This to me, I don't know, man. It doesn't look like an alcohol high to me. I'm not saying, I don't do that shit, but it just looks like he's fucked up off something. What next generation boxing talent does PBC have? I hate to say it's a problem for them, Charlo and his brothers. Generation of boxing is coming to an end a few years. Well, this is JERMALL. All right. This is JERMALL. This is not JERMALL. Just to be clear, people, this is JERMALL Charlo. He does have a twin brother, JERMALL Charlo, who is currently MIA. And, he's the WBA champion in recess. Last time we checked, when JERMALL Charlo showed up to Vegas for his fight with Canelo Alvarez. Jamal went in there and gave his brother a hug. You know what I'm saying? They was clapping and shit for whatever reason. But I guess it didn't last because when Jermall Charlo had his fight with Jose Benavidez, Jamel didn't show up. And he was like, tell my brother, you know, I love him. He won't pick up my phone calls and shit like that. Obviously, you know, that even touched me. I was like, damn, that's some personal shit right there. But you never know what he doing. You don't know how them twins be acting. Both of them are goddamn loose nut jobs. You know, short-tempered nut jobs, man. They click at any moment. They impulsive as hell. Disrespectful. I've been on record as saying them Charlos, man. I always tell my people broke and disrespectful and shit. But as a grown ass man, I look at it like I hope they get themselves together. Because if one of them Charlos end up going away, I mean, the other Charlo is not going to be the same. It could be Jermall Charlo, it could be Mal Charlo. If one of them goes away, that means confinement or lose their life. It's not going to be well for the other twin. They may be at each other's throat right now, you know, having all this contentiousness, but goddamn it, let them lose a life. Or let them go out here and injure somebody and take a life due to their negligence and get incarcerated for freaking 50 years. Being a multi-time offender that no one did anything about. And then he goes out here and takes somebody else's life. And then he's going to be incarcerated, and that's going to be the end of career, period. Done. Carlos Rosado on deck. Salute to you. It's going to be over for him, man. I mean, goddamn, y'all ain't happy. These niggas ain't happy. I remember when they did they damn, I think Showtime went over there and did like a little segment of their houses and cars and how they had matching this and matching that. I mean, damn. Amazing how many, you know, how the years pass and smiles become frowns and closeness become distance. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Like I said, when I had a chance to see him in person, I can see how he act the way. I can see it, bro. I mean, he was better when he was down there at Bodyhead Island because, you know, he was getting some good work in. He wasn't just acting reckless. Then he gave a pretty decent interview, to be honest. But you could see it pop out of him, how he can just change it up real quick. And then he had to catch himself, man. He was so scared of Bud that he tried to outrun the police because he don't want that smoke. This is Maul, bro. This is not Mel. This is Maul. You know, I know how some people may think it look like, but I know Mel and Maul just by looking at their face, man. I know them apart, man. You know what I'm saying? This is Maul Charlo. He tried to run from the freaking law enforcement after he had hit a vehicle, and they corner him at the freaking light. It's good that damn red light turned red, because we could have had another boxer out here on a high speed chase. You know what I'm saying? Don't make any goddamn sense, man. Got all that freaking money and just personal problems, just drowning. You're drowning in personal misery, man. And I know everybody's situation is different, but these boxers get punched in the head, man, and they don't have enough resources to help them out when they're going through shit like this. For real talk. I mean, these boxers get punched in the head, they take damage. And I'm not making excuses up for anybody. I'm just saying it's happened. I did lives on, you know, boxers and domestic violence, boxers and criminal mischief. You know what I'm saying? Them getting locked up. Them always got them going to court. Man, they getting punched in the freaking head, man. Shout out to Bruce Gas Boxing Jackson Moore, the OG on deck. Salute to you, Bruce. Say it looked like Maul was has a problem. Yeah, for sure. He definitely has a problem, y'all. He definitely has a problem. Oh, man. Definitely has a problem. That's some serious shit he doing, bro. Hit and run. Not even giving a damn. Like, what you on, nigga? It don't look like he's drunk, though. This look like another type of recreational shit he on. He doesn't look drunk to me. He don't have that lush, like motherfucking intoxicated drunk look to him. He has like a high, like he's high on something. All jokes aside, I'm glad everyone was okay that was involved, though. No doubt, for real. You know, he had a light fender bender, I guess, $200 worth of damage. You know, when somebody, you know, get hit by a Lambo, usually they start falling out the freaking car and moaning. Oh, my God. Ah, my neck. You know what I'm saying? They trying to go to the insurance company. We want to know if he's stripped of his title yet. His protection just ran out. One thing about it, Jay, boxing doesn't come with a welcome aboard package, Jay. They're not getting these boxers from the Christian convent, summer camp, Christian summer camp. They don't give you a packet to say, we thrive in morals and principles and camaraderie. There's nothing out there for these boxers when they come into the sport at all. At all. So for you to believe that they're going to take some action and strip them, nah, it got to be way worse than this, man. It got to be way worse. They got to come with something way more severe than this right here. You know? I remember when drinking and driving used to be bad. Like, they used to treat that shit like you had COVID and you sneezed on somebody on purpose. They used to treat that shit like it was super bad. Now people just drink and drive. I don't see no freaking mothers against drinking and driving. I don't see none of that no more. None of it, man. 402 says, salute W says, bro, Jamal just had an interview with Terrell Owens. He was drunk then. We must keep these guys in our prayer. Was it Terrell Owens or Chad Johnson? Did he have another one with Terrell Owens? I have to check that out. I know he had one with Chad Ocho. You know what I'm saying? I know he had one with Chad Ocho. I do know that. Charlo might be off that lean. Don't he look like he ain't drunk though, Carlos? He doesn't look like he's intoxicated. He look like he's high. He looks like he's high, man. And that's bad. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it'll be good if he was just intoxicated, drunk, intoxicated. But his alcohol level was 0.15, but it looks like he's high. And it's no telling once those tests come back what they're going to come back with. You know, he looks high to me. And you might be right, man. He might be off that lean. I don't know what that lean's like. Could be lean. That wouldn't really show up in the drug test, I bet. Okay. Because it takes money for that shit, you know, to be tested. They, you know, these different tests now, they don't have no one for all for one test. This is gonna tell us everything we need to know. And that motherfucker be giving you different colors. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay, it's gonna blink yellow first. Okay, yeah, he got the weed in him, and then okay, red next. That mean he got that lean in him. That them damn perks, them mollies. You know, they don't have tests like that, man. The only way you're gonna get that type of test is a hospital or something. You're gonna have to go to a hospital. That's what they do down there in Texas. I mean, they do it down here now. I mean, they do that down here too now. It ain't just in Texas. Them boys love them cups. Shit. They love them cups, man. W says, my bad, that was with Ocho Cinco. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I was like, I know he had a conversation in Penthouse Suite with freaking Chad. And Chad said, I can come over there. And he said, no, come over there. You know, I'll tell you when I get my head right. Not right now. These guys are mentally weak. It's sad. But once that money is gone, they will snap, knowing they don't have the mind to make it back. I pray they fix up fast. but in the pit of demons it's hard. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what severity of demons that they dealing with. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how dark their headspace is. And then the one thing about boxing is that, you know, these Charlos are early 30s. So they can always come back and make some money if they lose what they got. But right now, they supposed to be at the peak of their career. And they're not fighting on a regularity. Like his brother, Mel Charlo, was blessed to get in there and make a check with Canelo. And they was going to say, okay, Canelo, we gave you one Charlo at the last minute, and we're going to give you another one. I made a joke about this. I said, yeah, Canelo's going to do something special that's not so much to the record books. For the record books, he's going to be the only fighter ever to face both Charlos. You know what I'm saying? To face both Charlos. He may be the only one, but it looked like Mal Charlo might have to deal with some other shit. But this attorney seems like they're going to be vindicated. How can you be vindicated? You know what I'm saying? Not stopping when you're supposed to for law enforcement. He could have hired me to be his personal driver. Yeah, I bet. And you would have been late picking him up. Charlo would have beat that ass. Charlo would have beat. Hey, man, where you at? I said my workout finished at 5:30, man. Where you at? I'm on my way, man. I'm in traffic. Where you at, man? About an hour away. I might have been went on a cruise, man. I'm beating your ass when you come up here. You better not show up in my shit, man. You better drop my shit off at the house. I'm catching the Uber to the house. Meet me at the crib. Man, hell no. I would say, hey, man, I left your car up the street. Goddamn, I left the keys in. I'm out. Shit. But be on a joyride, dog. Charlo told your ass what time his goddamn workout would be over with. You joyriding his shit around town, man. Line, line the bitches too. Line. Oh, this paid off, man. This only one of them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's red. Just like, you know, red because I knew you would like it. That's where your heart's at, man. Red, you know. Valentine's Day coming up too. Mother's Day coming up. Charlo been losing control of his life. Yeah, man. He's drunk and high. You think? I don't know. He look high to me, man. I'm not really astute to the different levels of high. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? They just do a breathalyzer and after they might take a blood test. Okay. All right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Powder get you hyper. Shout out to Mississippi King and my cricket letter KING on deck. What's good with it? Well, it's some different comments coming in, you know. It's talking about powder get you hype. You know, you had to be on something not to just stop, you know, just to say, okay, fuck it. I'm goddamn, like, if you ain't punching that motherfucker, like you see all these high speed, I mean, why take off? Why take off, man? How long were you there anyway? For them to come up on the scene and you were still within range. I don't know what kind of Lambo you got, man. Is it a Lambo with a goddamn Prius engine in there? Is it modified? Is it just a frame as a Lambo? Damn. Somebody need to get a hold of this man before he hurts somebody. To add to your comment, the more money you have, it just brings out who you truly are, amplifies who you always were. Well, you know, Carlos, just like I told Ryan Garcia, I don't need the whole 100 million. If what you said is true there, Carlos, just give me 30. I want to see what that life is like. Just give me 30 million so I can experience that lifestyle. See if I can get on some shit and get off some shit. See if I become an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, I want to go hike the highest mountain and do some rich people shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to buy my own single engine plane. You know what I'm saying? And put some synthetic in there and goddamn regular fuel and fly that shit myself with no license. See, can I survive? I want to live the rich people life on doing dumb shit, man. Give me 30 mil. That's all I need. I want to see how that life feels with, hey, once you get money, man, you see how the real them come out, man. You know what I'm saying? They say a drunken man words is a sober man thoughts. That's the same when you get high off recreational drugs. Yeah. I want to know what that feeling's like. Real talk. Charlo bros are done for. One was beating on his girlfriend 4 months ago. Now did some shit. Oh my God, man. It's tough, man. No lie. It's tough. Shout out to the one and only Tough Glove Boxing on deck. What it do with you, man? Salute to you. Appreciate you pulling up as always. Definitely check out Tough Glove Boxing, man. I know you're going to cook on this later on, rather. Yeah, JERMALL Charlo has been changed out, booked again. 0.15 BAC. Hit and run. And not stopping when he's seen them blue lights. This has become a reoccurring thing with these fighters. We had Jared Anderson. We seen him do it. I don't know, man. Something about these boxers. I guess because they think they can box. Hey, man, they don't care to pull over no more. What is it going to take, man, for this shit to stop? This is becoming a trend now. It's becoming a trend, man. Money does reveal the true self of most people. Sadly, those around you don't forget, and nobody likes arrogance. Man, most of the people that's around rich people, if they ain't rich, they act a certain way themselves. They're not even acting the way they act. They're they might be acting in a more subordinate, playing a more subordinate role. What they say, yes men and women. They might be yes men and women, and then when they in the private of their own space, then that's when they talk their shit. They might not be standing up and letting them people know, hey man, you need to stop that. Just like I did the lives on Spence back in the day. I said he don't have anybody that's around him in his circle saying, hey man, don't do that. You still got 2 more belts, man. Chill. I mean, 1 more belt. Chill. You don't have to go out, man. You got the IBF and the WBC. Remember, you got the WBA. That's the end game. You don't have to go out and party yet. Wait till you get the WBA and celebrate a little bit, but do it in your home, and so we can go after Crawford. Nope. Them cats ain't speaking up. They don't want Spence to say, hey man, you ain't welcome around here no more. I'm a grown ass man. I've been getting out of pocket my whole life. Get the fuck out of my face. Joyriding and clout chasing. For real, right? Hey, C Wood. Shout out to C Wood in the building. I would have been an hour away, dog. I said, it's traffic. It was an accident down here. Man, hey, drop your location so I can see where you at. No, man, I don't have my phone. With your phone on charge. Nigga, you talking on the phone right now. Oh, my bad, y'all. Hey, man, I ain't know you got me nervous out here, Maul. That boy said his phone was not charged. Man, nigga, you talking on the phone right now. Bring my motherfucking car, nigga. I'm gonna fuck you up when you get to the crib. Mug got there, pull up, and drop that shit off up the block, man. He said, I ain't fucking with no Charlos today, man. You ain't about to go off, man. Shit. That mug gonna have a police escort him into the neighborhood to drop your car off. What's all this shit, man? Man, you said you was gonna beat my ass, man. I don't want no problem, man. The keys in the car. I apologize, man. I apologize. That mug goddamn joint riding, lying to bitches, all that. He says talking like he did that, beat someone's ass for being late. I know it's always be an hour early with that Uber. Don't want no smoke. Nah, man. Nah, never had a fight in my life, dog. You know what I'm saying? Never had a fight in my life. He says these fighters don't have the right guidance in their life. Sanctioning bodies should utilize their knowledge to provide legal support. We are hearing too many cases like this. We are, man. Unfortunately, their brothers is coming out doing this shit. I'm not saying they're the only ones now. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that let's just go off what you just said, sanctioning bodies. Now, We all know every fighter is not somehow, some way affiliated with a sanctioning body. We're talking about championships, right? Having a belt. You can be a fighter and have no affiliation or association with that. If boxing had an entity like a governing body, a single president, a ruling authority, something like that, to basically voice these grievances to, or provide funding for groups to help these fighters, it'll be cool. It'll be great. You know what I'm saying? But you hear fighters having to pay for their own therapists. They have to pay for their own therapist, y'all. They have to pay out their pocket. Real talk. I will add these fighters. I will add that these fighters are a representation of these world titles. Why not have mental health awareness for these fighters? I agree with you on that, Fold, too. Start to finish, man. I agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? But you just speaking of the champions. It's some other freaking loose cannons that hasn't had the opportunity to get a belt because they more fucked up than the Charlos when it comes to talent. They can't get the shot like the champions do. But they still boxing for a check. They still making a living. But they just as fucked up as the ones who's getting, put on freaking the front of the headlines and everything. They just as fucked up. We just don't hear about them because they're not as popular. But I definitely agree about the mental health awareness of these fighters. You can't say that too loud around Ryan Garcia because he thinks it's a joke. They don't stop because of the backlash, image in the media, fans and sponsors. Well, what that say about the sponsors, PM? The sponsors don't give a damn either. Unless you say something that they're dealing with, against the Jews, or, you say something to piss some higher ups off. But you got to be important to get canceled. They talk about the cancel culture. I haven't seen that in boxing yet, the cancel culture. Have y'all seen it, the cancel culture in boxing? Like you don't see these sponsors running. You don't see them, man. You don't see these sponsors running, man. Like you hear of athletes using like Kanye, for instance. Kanye lost sponsorship with Adidas. They didn't want to do working with him no more, right? But it is athletes who are sponsored. Boxers, they get sponsorships and do things, and you never hear the sponsorships bailing out on them. I don't know. I guess it's because it's not that many boxers have sponsors to begin with. I'm talking about big time sponsors. Accountability is a huge concern, no doubt. But once again, I gotta say this for too. You're talking about fighters who's getting punched in the head. To a sane, level-headed individual like yourself, right? Yeah, you can sit back and assess the situation. You can look at it from different angles. You know what I'm saying? You can really sit down and say, okay, how do I go about handling this? You know what I'm saying? I don't know you though. I'm just using an example. These boxers being punched in the head, their whole thought process and how they digest and troubleshoot situations may be different from ours, just based off the profession that they compete in. They're them getting punched in the head, possibly CTE or internal damage. We don't know, man. We don't know how fucked up they are. We don't know because they get fucked up and then they get these attorneys to get them out of it and they go right back to the ring, man. And then they don't want nobody asking them about what they went through and what they doing. Nobody. Hey, for those of you who got credentials, you would not ask JERMALL Charlo anything about his recent freaking arrest or none of that. Else your credentials. Look, they're threatening us. They'll put a threat out on the media. If you ask anything, your credentials will be revoked. I'm like, so he can make news headlines out to the general public, and you don't want us asking him anything about it. Yeah. Wrecking a car because you're an idiot is one of the most humiliating and embarrassing things you can go through. That's if you're lucky to not hurt anybody. I'm speaking from experience. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I agree. You know what I'm saying? It is something different. It is something different, man. You know, I mean, what is this gonna come to for a boxer to freaking, hurt somebody? Like when a regular civilian do it, we just hear so and so, wreck, and then they was, had this is their third DUI. It's a person out there that had like what 7 or 8 DWIs that finally end up hurting somebody in an accident. I forgot what their name was though. Damn. Shout out to Mr. International Toby Bartlett on deck. Salute WCS in the hottest chat on the YTC. We're global, baby. We're global. Whoa, what happened to JERMALL? JERMALL is trending again for a DWI. Hit and run. You know what I'm saying? This time it wasn't assault like it was February 2022. Assaulting a family member, another family member. You know what I'm saying? This was him getting behind the wheel in a red Lambo and being intoxicated or high and hitting somebody, causing $200 worth of damage. Shit, he could have just paid that right there. But look, he could have got out of this. He could have asked the person, hey, you want me to pay that $200? I don't know how they assess $200. But then he could have, talked to the people. He said, hey, can I just get somebody to come pick up my car right quick? But they gave him a test when they got him to the station. And he ended up coming up a 0.15. You know what I'm saying? Hustle man back on deck. What it do, bro? What up again, WCS in the chat? Let's get it. Hey, man, I'm almost like, I've been talking about, I can only speak about the Charlo so long because it's pretty much bad. Like, I just think I played Charlo earlier and I didn't know anything about this. Town dropped this to me. When I got off live, I was like, oh, shit. And I was reading it. But, I was just playing, male Charlo when he was up there bitching and whining, not knowing that Mall Charlo was in the headlines for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying, hustle man? He couldn't hustle his way out of this one, man. He couldn't even hustle himself to say, maybe I should rethink this before I got behind the wheel. Damn. Sad to see his Maul. I kind of expect these shenanigans from Mel. I thought Maul was more grounded. Man, he did seem like the older Charlo when he had his head clear. You want to give people the benefit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was doing the interview, he sounded clear-headed. He wasn't over anxious. When he was in the ring, getting that work, he was having fun with whoever that was he was with. He even sparred Eric Moon down there. Shout out to Eric Moon. He was sparring Eric Moon and another guy down there. Seemed cool and everything. And then this, you know what I'm saying? This happens again. Luckily, the person that he hit, it wasn't at high speed. And I'm curious, did they even know who they was? Since it was a sports car, did they even get out aggressively? Being that he was trying to leave the scene, did they even get out aggressively? And then, Maul Charlo hopped out to me. It's me, man. It's Maul. Big Charlo. Big Charlo. Oh, my bad. My bad. We didn't know, champ. We didn't know. But what's going on with you, man? We got to pull that car over to the side. We got to get, man, you hit that guy back there. We got to take you in, man. That's a hit and run. We got to take you in. Your breath smell like whatever. You know what I'm saying? We got to take you down to the station, give you a test there, Maul. But I'm Big Charlo. Big Charlo. I hope they get it right, bro. Real talk. You already know, man. You already know. But I'm not going to take too long on Big Charlo. Yeah. Let's pray for the brother. Hope he get well. I have been on record saying I don't give a damn about either one of these Charlos because they real assholes when they was together talking shit to people, for real. They've been real assholes. I ain't gonna lie, man. But appreciate y'all pulling up, supporting the channel. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game, man. I'm out. Peace.